I'm here, guys, to start my glucose test, and she took my, she pricked my finger to see what my blood sugar was to start with, and apparently it's on the lower side, or low, so that means I'm supposed to take the drink. She said sometimes if your blood sugar is high, you wouldn't take the drink. I don't know, but here we go. So guys, it's the next day, and I'm not feeling so great. You can probably tell I don't have makeup on, and I need to update you on what happened during my glucose test. I actually stopped filming after I was showing you that I was drinking the drink. I got it all down. I was really proud of myself. It was kind of irritating having to just be in the waiting room because it's a small waiting room and it was so loud. And there were these 3 kids that were fighting horribly, like literally beating the crap out of each other. There was like a 7-year-old that kept like putting his arm around like this 3-year-old's neck, and I was so close to saying something because the father who was there was literally just on his phone. And I get it, parents are on their phone, whatever, but when you have something you need to tend to, like your kid's fighting like that bad in a small waiting room, it just blows my mind that he could even ignore what was happening. And I really was trying to keep myself calm because I have a very sensitive stomach, and it might sound silly, but all of that distraction was kind of working me up. And so I was trying to listen to some meditation, some guided meditation on my phone, but again, I was in the waiting room and I did not have my headphones charged, so I just had to listen to it very quietly, like next to my ear, and I was closing my eyes trying to get relaxed, but I could not. And yeah, about an hour into waiting, almost an hour, I just knew it was gonna happen. I barely made it to the restroom and I got very sick. I probably threw up 8 times. And so that pretty much means that you fail the test. I mean, I shouldn't say, it doesn't mean that you fail a test in the sense that you have gestational diabetes. It just means that you can't go on with the test. You have to redo it. So that was such a bummer. I was on the verge of crying. I came out of the bathroom and explained to the doctor, you know, I just got sick. My doctor's actually on vacation for 3 weeks, so I talked to another doctor, and he was so nice. He made me feel, you know, as good as I could about what just happened, and he was like, he gave me a few suggestions. He said that I can either come back and redo the test after taking some anti-nausea medication, which I wish I would have done this time. I think that probably would have helped me. And then he said, or we can go on and just treat it as if I have gestational diabetes the rest of my pregnancy, eat a diet that kind of follows that as if you had gestational diabetes, and then monitor my blood sugar 4 times a day. He said, so he kind of said, you know, it's up to you. He said, you know, I suggest maybe trying it again if you think that you can get through it with the anti-nausea medication. We can also give you a room, he said, and that's another thing. I wish I would have just asked, but he said that I could have my own room so that I can actually just like lay down. But he said he would not suggest, like, if I end up throwing up the next time, he was like, don't put yourself through it again. Just do, you know, go on as if you have it. But that's kind of a hassle too, because I've also heard that they treat you a little bit differently at birth. They're gonna, I believe they would consider me a high-risk pregnancy, and I don't really know if I want to go through all that, not to mention just like having a strict diet. That's not so bad, like that, there's no way that can be bad. That's just going to benefit me, so that's not a big deal, but just the hassle of having to check my blood sugar 4 times a day as well. So like if I don't even have gestational diabetes. So I thought of something today after talking to some moms in one of my really close mom groups, and a lot of them said that they were actually able to, instead of doing the typical test where you drink the gross sugar drink and fasting, the fasting is the part that really, I think, makes me sick. But they said what they got to do is actually just monitor their blood sugar for 3 to 5 days, like just at home, just eating normally as if you normally do. That's key. You can't trick it, or you should not trick it and try to eat healthier. You really need to just eat your normal eating habits and then check your blood for 3 to 5 days. And then write all of those numbers down, and then, you know, they can look at that and see if you have gestational diabetes. So I'm not sure why they haven't suggested that to me, but I am going to call. So today's the day after. I was sick all day yesterday when I got home. Anyway, so I'm thinking about calling and asking if I can just do that. I feel like that would be the best option. If for any reason they are not going to let me do that, which I don't see why not, but then I'm probably going to just try again. But I literally don't know when I can do it because I'm going to Seattle almost all next week. And then this week I have two appointments. Today's Tuesday. I have an appointment on Wednesday and Thursday, and Hans needs the car on Friday. And I don't really, yeah, anyways, it's just a hassle. So I also need to have the entire day to be sick. Like, literally, I will be sick the whole day that I do it. And I just don't know. I just don't want to put myself through that, you guys. My body's just very sensitive, and I know that even with the anti-nausea medicine, I'm still going to end up feeling really sick afterwards. I did when I was pregnant with Alyster. But yeah, yesterday I basically had to stay in bed all day. My head was hurting. I was nauseous all day, even after I ate a really good, healthy meal and everything. And I was actually having contractions the whole day. And I mean, I guess they were probably Braxton Hicks contractions because they were not regular, but they were very crampy, and they hurt me. So I don't know. I think I must just be a wimp. They're probably not real contractions. They're probably just Braxton Hicks, and they just hurt me. But anyways, that's a lot to update you on. So I will actually end the video here, just so I don't have to drag this on and wait a week to put this out or whatever. And I, of course, will keep you guys updated. Yeah, I will update you with what I end up doing and keep you posted. If you guys have any you know, advice for me or anything like that, let me know. He said that I can either take Zofran, which is the anti-nausea medication that I've taken in the past and I know it works for me, or he said a shot of Finagrin, something like that. I'm really nervous to try new medicines because, again, like I said, my body is very sensitive and I seem to always have side effects with new medications, so I'm very nervous to try that one. But if you have, let me know how it affects you, please. But I think I should just stick to Zofran because I know it works for me. So anyways, guys, that's it. I didn't make it through. I felt like I was so close, but anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching, and thank you for your support. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.